amazing physical gifts and the work ethic to match. Here is the man, Joe, who is all the rage, the number 4 ranked heavyweight contender, Francis Ngannou.
He's got the shine, John Eric.
He has it.
The question is, how is he going to do against world-class opposition? And we're talking about the top of the food chain, number 1 contender, former K1 Grand Prix champion, former Strikeforce heavyweight champion, Alistair Overeem. Well, the odds makers have him the favorite,
right?
Which is just crazy. If you really think about the amount of boxing,
instantly win prizes. You run out of time setting up this guy's story, right? But homeless on the streets of Paris 5 or 6 years ago, just wanted to be a pro boxer in the mold of Mike Tyson. He found Fernand Lopez in the MMA factory, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you look behind him, he's got your kickboxer. I mean, man, fantastic training. He lives in Vegas now, doing all of his training and a tremendous amount of it at the UFC Training Center with the Performance Institute, which is just one of the most amazing facilities in the world. He's got everything going for him, and a lot of people believe that this is the future.
And Bo Sandoval, the director of strength and conditioning at that UFC Performance Institute, has just played a monumental role in this whole camp. And really, since Ngannou moved to Las Vegas, he has been a huge component to everything that Ngannou has tried to do. And he's from Petit, Cameroon. Average citizen makes $1,300 a year. Absolutely incredible where this man is on the cusp of UFC heavyweight glory. But to realize those dreams, his challenge tonight, the number 1 ranked heavyweight contender, former UFC title challenger, and has decorated a heavyweight as there has been in mixed martial arts, the Demolition Man, Alistair Overeem.
This man's a warrior, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, a real warrior. This is the only guy that you could ever think of that has world-class kickboxing skills and world-class MMA skills and is at the top of his game. This is the guy. You're talking about the K1 Grand Prix champion. You're talking about a guy who has beaten a who's who in MMA. You're talking about a guy who knocked out Mark Hunt in his last fight. It's an incredible achievement. Spectacularly skilled. I mean, Alistair Overeem literally can do it all and is, without a doubt, one of the best technical strikers in the heavyweight division. This is going to be skill and experience versus unbelievable firepower. How unbelievable? The number 1 highest ever registered power punch in the world. That's what Francis Ngannou possesses. He has the world record for power punch. That's insane.
So for Alistair Overeem, 88% finishing rate in his 43 professional wins, 21 knockouts or TKOs, 12 stemming from a kick or a knee, 17 wins by submission. And I'm not the biggest stats guy in the world, but his percentage of significant strikes landed, 73%, number 1 in UFC history. And we have seen in this second installment or version of Overeem, he's much more calculated on the field.
Yes, he realizes his vulnerabilities, and he's been much better at moving and creating angles and being sneaky and creative with his attacks.
All right, with that, we have arrived at this most anticipated. Francis the Predator Ngannou will have a 3-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the particulars, back inside the Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. Sponsored by, head out to your neighborhood 7-Eleven and pick up your UFC branded Big Gulp for a chance to instantly win prizes. And the Netflix film Bright, starring Will Smith and Joel Edgerton. Watch it on Netflix. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 10 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 262 pounds. Fighting out of Paris, France, presenting the number 4 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Francis the Predator Ngannou. No contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 247 pounds. Fighting out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, presenting the former Strikeforce heavyweight champion and the #1 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Alistair, the Demolition Man, Overeem. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliaca.
Only 3 fighters in the modern era have started their UFC careers 6-0 with 6 finishes. Rich Franklin, Anderson Silva, Ronda Rousey, Francis Ngannou with an opportunity to join that mix tonight. And for Alistair Overeem, his 60th professional MMA fight.
And Alistair runs at him with a left hook. Very interesting. Alistair with the clinch.
You got to think his game plan was rooted in getting this clinch, and he's got it early.
Well, you never know. I mean, he probably has a bunch of different strategies to employ, because one of them is clearly try to land that left hook. But Ngannou, tremendously strong.
Overeem made his pro debut back in 1999.
Let's go, guys. Work. Keep busy there.
Training and regular massages have led to his longevity.
Oh, old school Marco Ruas going to the stomps.
Been a long 11-month wait for Ngannou since his win against Andrei Arlovski back in January. Was to fight Junior Dos Santos at UFC 215 in September. But that fight went by the boards.
All right, break. Time. Separate. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Let's go, box.
Not a lot of people burning up Mick Maynard's phone to try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Goes the ring. Francis Ngannou has arrived.
That's what we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen.
Paging Stipe Miocic. Francis Ngannou is coming.
Good Lord.
1 minute, 43 seconds.
He hit him with a left hook and picked him off his feet.